Hey, Dr. G here, doing a little math training with you. Today we're going to talk about qualifying for a mortgage. Alright, and so the title of today's video is Will She Qualify? Here I have a nice picture of Black Siren. And in the show, what happens is Black Siren actually ends up on Earth 1, and she takes the place of Laurel Lance. And she needs a place to stay, because she's not on her own Earth anymore, so she's got to have a place to live. Now, as the assistant district attorney for Star City, she actually earns a pretty good income of $7,500 a month. It is what it is, right? So, she does have payments of $320 on a new car, but little other debt because here on Earth 1, she's a newbie, and so we don't know what's going on Earth 2, but she's taking over for Laura. She finds a nice condo a few blocks from where she works, the courthouse and the DA's office. That would be perfect for her. And so she is going to apply for a 30-year mortgage for $279,000 at 4.5% interest. Okay, so 30 years is a fairly typical loan. 15 years would be short. Anything else would be less normal. $279,000 for a mortgage is probably not bad. In fact, it could be on the cheap side depending on what area you're in. Okay, taxes, insurance, HOA, all of that fun stuff are $550 per month. And so the bank will only approve a loan that has a total monthly mortgage of principal, interest, property taxes, and homeowners insurance that is less than or equal to 28% of her adjusted monthly income. Okay? So what they're saying is the 28% is a good rule of thumb. You don't want your housing to squeeze out more than that percentage of your income. Otherwise, you won't have enough of an emergency fund or to be able to pay utilities or put gas in your car. It makes everything a lot more difficult, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this information and we're going to drop it into our friend Excel. All right, so right here, I've actually started setting it up. We know that we're going to have an income section and we know we're going to have a payment section. So I'm going to take her gross monthly income, whatever payment she has, get her adjusted monthly income, and then figure out what 28% of that adjusted monthly income is. All right? So remember, her adjusted monthly income is the $7,500. She has payments of $320 for the car. Okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that minus that to get the adjusted, and so that's going to be equal to 0.28. 28% of is multiply the adjusted monthly income is going to be $2,010.40. So she needs to have a total payment of less than $2,010 to qualify. Okay? So now, these I set up the principal and down payment. Those are from earlier videos. We're just going to start with the mortgage. The mortgage is $279,000, right? It's a 30-year loan at 4.5%. Okay, so 4.5%. That's probably where interest rates are going, is 4.5%. Time is 30 years. The period is 12 because it's every month. And so the principal and interest payment. So we're going to use Excel. I'm going to use the equal payment button. The rate, of course, is the APR divided by the period. The number of periods is the 30 years times the 12 payments per year. The present value is the mortgage, okay? And because the future value and the type are in brackets, we don't actually need those, so we can close this out and end. Now, the taxes and insurance, those are also $550, but those are a payment. So remember, this is money you're getting, this is money you're paying. So I'm going to take the 550 and put it in parentheses so that it's negative. So if I click here, you'll see that it's a negative value. All right. So the total payment is this for the principal and interest and this for the taxes and insurance. And you'll see it's $1,963.95. But it's a negative value. Okay, so these are all negative values. So this is negative. So does she qualify? Well, the answer is barely. Okay, now this is a little bit of fun if you want to use Excel. There's this conditional if statement. We've done this before. I have done this before in other videos. You may have seen me do this. But basically the if takes a logical test. So if this is greater than this value over here, this value is negative. This is positive. This value will always be bigger than a negative value. So I need to take the negative sign away. And I'm going to do that with the absolute value of that number. Okay? If $2,000 is greater than the absolute value of $1,900, then yes, she qualifies for the loan. I'm putting it in quotes because this is text. If not, then she doesn't qualify for the loan. So if her adjusted gross is greater than the absolute value of the total payment, then yes, she qualifies. Otherwise, she does not. And so you can see this is bigger than the absolute value of this. So yes, she does qualify. Now, if I wanted to be a little cheeky, I can show you how this works, right? I can take $1,800 and put it in. $1,800 is not bigger than $1,900 absolute value, so no, she would not qualify. Okay? So there you go. There's a nice little spreadsheet. I will probably upload this into the video for you so that you can use it. If this was helpful to you, then that makes me happy. And I will see you in the next video.